Well, it's a little later, but I've managed to get this reassembled. I did it without the top, and I found the easiest way to do it was actually to, using the tender chassis, was to place it in and use tweezers to hold the pickups back and slot the wheels in. I've put the coupler back in, I've screwed this back on, and I've run the wire through here. Oh, sorry, you're not seeing that. I've run the wire through this gap at the top here, and it can come out through this hole in the top of the tender and then be connected, because that's a good height to connect it to this part of the locomotive. So just pop the tender top on, so that will come through there. And this will simply sit back on, like so, and then this will be wired onto here. Now, putting this back together, because of the way these tender pickups spring out, you just find that the centre wheels are a little bit less free running than the outer wheels, but that will of course free up as it runs a little bit more, and also you can go in with a pair of tweezers and just pinch them back in a little bit so they aren't pressing quite so firmly on the back of these wheels and making it a little bit difficult for them to turn. Okay, so the final job is going to be to connect, just about the electrics. The side that has the wire is on the top of the two. I'll show you the diagram again. So the bottom pickup is touching the chassis block, and the chassis block is connected to the locomotive by the metal joiner, and that joins onto here, which is also connected to one side of the locomotive pickups, to the bottom brush. The top one, sort that out. The top wire connects to the top brush, which is connected to the other side of the pickups, and then you've got connections to both sides. So just need to solder this wire on, which I'm going to do now. So there it is. I've soldered this wire from one side of the tender pickups to this top brush, or rather the brush clip. Obviously we can't test it yet because the other side electrical connection is made with this. So all we've got to do now is put the whole thing back together again, and then we can test it. So I'm just going to put the body of the loco back on and refit this drawbar, which connects the electricity from this side to this side, and hopefully we should have a better running loco than we had before. So this front screw holds the coupler in as well normally, but I've decided not to put the coupler back in. I have put the coupler pocket back in because it works as a spacer. Then we have to put the drawbar back in. So I'm going to need to undo this screw. I did this back up simply just to hold the chassis together while I fix this. So this drawbar can go back in. Just need to have a quick look because it's okay. So the tender is the lower. The reason I'm looking at that is it has a dog leg in it. Just want to get it around the right way. So this should be the loco end. Okay, let's tighten that back up. And then the tender side. I mean, I must admit this was overall, there we go, a very fiddly job with those pickups, but now it's done. Quick look at that. Okay, seems okay. And now test. So I've put my little bit of code 55 track up here with a little gauge master controller, and this is the moment of truth where we're going to find out if this has worked. And there we go. It's nice, slow running there. Very nice. Go back. Really good. Forwards. And just to confirm that the tender pickups on their own can drive this loco, I'm going to lift the loco off and just give it a bit of juice. And I think you can hear, and I can definitely see the all 6 wheels moving. Let's try it in reverse. And again with just the tender. And that works fine. Actually the reason that didn't work quite so well that time is because I slightly derailed the tender doing it, but let's do it again. Slightly, whoa, there we go. That's just me holding it off the track. You don't get such good a contact, but there you go. And that's how to fix the tender pickups in one of these old Farish locos. I hope it's been of interest to anyone who's contemplating doing this. You could do this to old pool locos, pool made I mean, and I believe some of the early Chinese ones as well. Obviously the most recent locomotives tend to be tender driven, so this wouldn't be something you'd want to do, but well worth considering. £3 for the parts, £3.10 I think it was, and a little bit of time. A fiddly job, I do admit, a fiddly job, but well worth doing. This will still need servicing and more work done to it. Remember, this is going to be part of a project, so we've made the first steps with this. We've improved its running for DC, and this doesn't affect later on. If we want to convert this to DCC, it's all to the good, because we've still got the pick up off of all the wheels now. And actually I did make a mistake earlier, which I'm going to correct. I said that this locomotive picked up on the outer wheels only. It does pick up on all the wheels. I didn't notice that till I took it to pieces. But as I said, there's more to do on this, and thinking about some weathering and adding some more detail, which will be the next part of this project. So stay tuned for that. Until then, thank you for watching this video. As I said, I hope it's been of interest. Please comment, rate, subscribe. Tell me where I've gone wrong anywhere, or any suggestions to make this a little bit quicker and easier. Because although the parts are very simple, actually just putting it back together was fiddly and quite time consuming until I worked out a method to do it. And as I said, my method was to invert it and just use the chassis and kind of build it up upside down from the chassis, putting the tender pickups in, turning it, dropping the wheels in, holding the tender pickups in as I drop the wheels in with a pair of tweezers, getting it all in, putting the coupler back on, and then inverting it and screwing the top back on. So not too bad a job, but a little bit tricky. So anyway, thanks for watching this video. I'll be back soon with more videos. Until then, take care, and I will see you soon.